Hello and welcome to our very first Magic Resorts newsletter in video format here on YouTube. My name is Jamie Gladwin. I'm the Dive Center Manager at Magic Island Dive Resort, and I will be your presenter for this issue of our newsletter. We hope everyone will enjoy our videos so we can do more in the future. We plan to publish one alongside every newsletter that we do to give you the option of reading the newsletter as normal or listening to me go through the various topics and give some feedback in the comment sections below. We're going to publish the video newsletter on both Magic Island and Magic Ocean's YouTube channel, so feel free to watch it on whichever one you prefer. Before we get started, this is the first time we've done this, and we really don't know if anybody's going to enjoy it. And it is quite a lot of work to put videos like this together. So please leave a comment down below, give us some feedback, give us a thumbs up, a thumbs down, and if you do enjoy it and want to see more, then don't forget to subscribe. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. Now, the first topic this month is an absolute shocker. Everybody loves a good sunset, and to be out in the middle of the ocean, listening to the waves lap up against the side of the boat, just makes it all that more special. But on this occasion, something happened that just really pushed it over the edge. A pod of dolphins turned up and put on an amazing acrobatic display for everybody on board. I'm pretty sure the list around the world of people who get the chance to see such a thing is extremely short. So, if you are in Magic Oceans, don't forget to contact Eileen or Evelyn and book your own sunset cruise. Now, of course, we cannot guarantee that the dolphins will show up every time, but we are pretty sure that the sun will set. So, that's at least one guarantee. Right, a little bit of info for all our tour leaders, travel agents, and other professionals in the dive industry. It's that time of year again. The DEMA show is getting ready to go. Well, actually, by the time I publish this video, there's a good chance it already happened. If it has, I hope you all had a great time. This year it's in New Orleans. Wow, I wish I was going. Hint, hint to anybody who's listening. It will run from the 14th to the 17th of November, and of course, Magic Resorts will be represented by Desiree and Cynthia. Don't forget to drop by and say hello if you're attending. They'll be on the stand number 1945 in the Philippines booth. Palosan Falls has finally reopened to the public for both the canyoneering for the more adventurous and the easy version, a leisurely walk up to the first level for a refreshing dip in the waters, giving everybody the opportunity to get that perfect shot for social media, which no trip to a waterfalls would be complete without. If you're wondering why it was closed, it was closed down for maintenance and refurbishment to make it safe and, of course, more enjoyable for everyone to experience. Kawasan has been the most popular non diving day trip at Magic Island over the years, and it's great to have it back. I've done the canyoneering trip a few times myself, and it's fantastic. If you do have a non diving day at Magic Island, make sure to book this trip. You will not regret it. If you're still listening to this video, first of all, thank you very much. Please do take your time to like, comment, and subscribe. Now, if you want to help us a little bit further, you can do by voting for the Philippines in the World Travel Awards. The Philippines has already won this award 4 times, and we'd like to keep this trend going with your help. Please just follow the link down in the description and make sure you vote for the Philippines. Now, check out these two twins. Or are they? Here we have the scorpion leaffish, also sometimes called the paperfish. And on the other side, we have a cockatoo leaf waspfish. Ha! How many names can a fish have that comes from completely different animal or plant? Poor thing has an identity crisis for sure. Our dive guides have noticed that a lot of divers often mistake these two fish for the same species. So we thought we'd make our newsletter a little bit more educational and show you all the difference. Now, it's pretty easy when you have them side by side, but when you only come across one of them, which is almost always the case, it's a little more difficult. I would say the easiest way to tell the difference has actually got nothing to do with the way they look, but more about where you find them. The cockatoo leaf waspfish is usually found in sandy, grubby looking areas, known as muck diving, and the scorpion leaffish is found on reef walls and slopes in and amongst the corals. A few of the things that can help: the cockatoo leaf waspfish is almost always found in pairs and resembles a dead leaf in colour, while the scorpion leaffish is usually found by itself and can be quite vibrant, from red to yellow, green, and even purple. Just a note, both have venomous spines running down their dorsal fin, as they are both members of the Scorpionae family. So be respectful, don't get too close when you're taking your photos. Now for some Philippine national news. For all you Formula One fans out there, the Philippines has entered the show with the very first female driver to enter the development program of McLaren, Bianca Bustamante. Now, there's a few claims here for very firsts, and I am no Formula One wizard. So, if they're not true, please feel free to correct me down in the comments. From what I have found out, she is the first Filipino Formula One driver, the first female to enter the McLaren development program, and the first Filipino to win a F1 Academy race. Pretty impressive. We will be supporting and following her progress for sure. All you nudibranch lovers out there. Yes, you know who you are. You pretty much learnt how to speak Latin by learning the thousands of names for all the different nudibranchs that exist in this world, many of which can be found in the waters of the Philippines. So here's another new one for the dive guides of Magic Resorts, found right on the house reef of Magic Oceans. Now, I have the name of this nudie bank written right here in front of me, but to avoid ridicule down in the comments, I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. I will say though, it looks very pretty, and from my experience as a dive guide, I'm sure there were lots of squeals and cheers coming from the regulators when the dive master pointed it out. If you didn't know already, basketball is the #1 sport in the Philippines. And yes, we've heard all the jokes about how short Filipinos are, the fact that they chose a sport which is renowned for very tall people. But nevertheless, this is the sport they have chosen, and they always play with passion. Both Magic Island and Magic Ocean had teams in their local league, and both teams managed to make it all the way to the quarterfinals, but didn't quite have it in them to get past. Not bad, considering how hard they worked through the day and still have some energy left to run around for a few hours. We love the team spirit that comes from these kinds of events. All you amazing photographers out there, many of which have published here in our newsletter. You still have time to get entries in for the Ocean Art Underwater Photo Competition of 2023. This competition has both pro and amateur categories, and the winner of any of the 14 categories can win an 8-night stay, including dives for two paid persons, in no other than Magic Ocean's Dive Resort. No matter how bad you think you are at taking photos, it really doesn't matter because you're not the judge. Get them submitted and you might surprise yourself. You know what they say, you've got to be in it to win it. And if you do win, well, I'm sure we'll see you here at Magic Oceans. Just a note, your photos do have to be submitted before the 30th of November, so head down to the description, follow the link, and submit your photos. Another promo not to miss out on. Not only can you get some free accommodation, but you can also get some free dives. You can see all the information up on the screen right now. Feel free to pause the video and check it out. Or even better, subscribe to our newsletter and read it at your own leisure. I've added a link down in the description where you can easily sign up. Okay, so this brings us near the end of this month's Magic newsletter. And as always, the last part of the newsletter is full of magic moments our guests have shared with us during their stay. So without further ado, Monique celebrated her birthday bright and early with a birthday had cake for breakfast. Frank returned to Magic Oceans to celebrate his birthday with his partner. Heike celebrated her birthday at Magic Island along with her husband. And finally, Gerben arrived just in time to celebrate his birthday at Magic Oceans. Okay, that's enough birthdays for one newsletter. This little guy arrived full of enthusiasm, ready to take his open water course with his Bruce Lee wetsuit on. He passed with flying colours. Congratulations, Thompson. And for the groups, we have 3 groups this month. First, the lovely people from the Netherlands, Leonardo's Dive Center, who had an amazing time at Magic Island, complete with a delicious barbecue on White Beach. From the land down under, because I know Australians love that saying, it's Tech Dive Group, who returned, but this time to Magic Oceans. By the way, these were the guys who had the amazing sunset cruise with the pod of dolphins. Last but not least, Flatter Aquana, also all the way from the Netherlands, enjoyed their stay at Magic Oceans, who also experienced an amazing sunset cruise, but they replaced the dolphins with a bottle of champagne. This brings us to the end of this month's newsletter. I hope you have all enjoyed, and if not, I hope you at least learnt something new. Please leave your suggestions, questions, or violent reactions down in the comment section below. As I mentioned at the beginning of this newsletter, putting videos together like this takes a lot of work. Any feedback you have on how we might make it more enjoyable is always appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, stay safe and dive safer.